Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Chainsaw Man chapter 140. But, like always, let's talk a little bit about 139. So, first of all, yeah, Sugo has been officially introduced, and he was trying to like jog Denji's memory of being like, yeah, do you remember me? I fought against you, when Makima was controlling me. And all that, and like almost trying to like hype himself up. Like, yeah, I was able to do all that. But I'm still with the question of like, how does he know that unless someone in the Chainsaw Man church told him? Because, he said himself, I don't remember you, and it seems like you don't remember me. But this happened. So it's like, or is that so much necessarily? Because we don't know exactly how Makima's brainwash worked. I mean, he was brainwashed, but like a little, like the part of himself that is, himself was like trapped in a little cage deep inside him, and he was like kind of aware of what everything that was going on, but like he is so everything is very fuzzy, something like that. But regardless, Denji clarifies to him, I'm not the one who fought you that time, that was someone else. And it's true, but it's interesting that he doesn't, specify that it's literally the one that fought you was Pochita, the chainsaw devil by himself, the one that right now I have inside my heart again. But, very, very actually, I don't know if it was out of intelligence of like trying to protect himself, or just, so tired he doesn't really care to explain further. But, he was like, whatever, I'm just going to school. After leaving just Sugo very, just surprised. And then we get him being the transfer student for this series. Yeah. It says he transferred here from Kanagawa, which I do wonder if he was actually born there. And now that I'm thinking about it, how did he transfer? Did Femi or anyone working for the Chainsaw Man Church like forge papers for him in order to like be here? I mean, I'm sure. Well, you know what? We don't know anything to make some assumptions. But I was gonna say, like, do we know exactly when did he become a hybrid? So he's high school age. I would say that's easy to assume. But, did he actually go to school from like kindergarten all the way to middle school? Who knows? Are there records that he did? I don't know. Because we know for sure Denji doesn't. And somehow that was possible. Probably due to Kishida pulling some strings. But yeah, I guess you don't need that much, or you have to know the right people to do something like this. So Miri Sugu, I'm guessing actually it's been how do they do it in this manga? Do they, because obviously, Japanese is like last name first and first name second, but here, because I can't hear it, I'm not sure. Miri could be his first name or his last name, I have no idea. But since later he's gonna be referred to as Sugo, so I'm just gonna use that. So I don't know I like what to make of his hobbies being running and playing the piano. Like, is he just lying straight up? Or are those true? And if it's true, then why did Fujimoto find it important enough to include it? He could have just not said anything after his name. But yeah, of course, then just like, what the hell? and the girls are fawning over him. But then, yeah, here, I'm not here to make friends, which is funny because that's literally what he says then to Denji as he's trying to go through the door and leave from the rooftop. Like, literally, the reason he came here was to make Denji his friend. And second, he says, "Don't talk to me, you pieces of trash." So, yeah, I don't think he's referring to it specifically. I don't think he's being exactly misogynistic. It's like, just girls, you're pieces of trash. But it's more so because he's a hybrid. He sees himself so much above everyone else that just he doesn't deem them like worthy enough to spend time with him. So that's interesting. Only Denji, of course, because that's his savior. But anyone else, nah, they're just ants that he that he doesn't want to walk besides. So the girls pester him anyway, even if he isn't. He's just like he'd rather do anything else. So he asks Denji to like get rid of them, but of course Denji is just like very much so angry at him. Or like, you know, if you want to put it in different ways, like almost about to throw a tantrum because, you know, that he's like, oh man, I wish that was me. But yeah, as we have basically Fumiko replacing Yoshida actually as not just the one sitting on him, but also the one, yeah, the one in a school who's basically always keeping an eye on him, like visibly. Which I'm still like, I'm so mad, bro. This is a 22-year-old ass woman. Why is she in a stupid ass school uniform posing as a student? Like, yeah, now that we see it, it's like, yeah, this was definitely not Yoshida's choice. Why would they have an adult pose as a student when they already have an actual high school student to basically watch over Denji? It's because he basically got fired off the job of basically being his bodyguard. So yeah, they start talking, but then Sugo doesn't want to talk. He's like, this is private. And then Fumiko's like, oh, basically, act like I'm not here, you know, I'm a dog from public safety. So then Sugo says like, oh, you're with public safety? Are you serious? Now, I don't know, well, this could be like a combination of like, he straight up does not like public safety at all because, you know, Makima being from public safety and then how he was treated by them, just being used as a puppet. But also because maybe he knows a little bit of what happened to Denji while being in public safety. So he's more like being like, are you, Denji, being serious right now? Then he like kinda like thinks about it for a little and then like kind of doesn't care anymore. He's like, whatever. So I don't know what to make of that. Like, is Sugo just straight up not caring, like, emotionally that Denji is with public safety? Or are we just taking it as like, yeah, this boy is not very smart because he's about to basically lay out some important stuff about the church. And a public safety member is just hearing all of it, which is also another thing. Like, the moment here, I'm here as the Chainsaw Man Church messenger. The moment Fumiko heard that, like, you know, she's from public safety, so shouldn't she be like, oh damn, you're hybrid and you're from the Chainsaw Man Church? Bet I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna try to feed you right now, or like call for backup and being like, no, we're gonna take you down right now. But no, actually, as much as I hate to admit it, she's actually playing the long run quite cleverly. because she's basically letting him run down his mouth until she gets some valuable information that then she can use when she follows Denji into the church and try to take him down from the inside. I would guess that's the plan. So yeah, and then he says, the weapons walk with the Chainsaw Man Church. Join us, Denji. So yeah, I completely forgot about the I'm a Chainsaw Man Church messenger. So it's not that, any of the other hybrids or just, didn't want to come in, or that, or they didn't want to like do exactly the same as Sugo. But it's just that he's the messenger, so that's why he was picked to do this. But also I'm guessing that it was also just his own will, his own desire, because as we see later, he really admires Chainsaw Man. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and Denji, obviously there's no in-canon name for the hybrids, so this is the first time we get something like this, the weapons. We're a community of people like you, people who can turn into devils. Most of the church's top brands are weapons that promising you a pretty high position if you join. Now this one is an interesting one. They're not, like Fami could have easily made it so that Denji would feel like the most important one, like, oh, we're gonna make you the leader. Now that we're gonna get the true Chainsaw Man, that you can be the face of everything. But no, it's just a high position. Wait. Is the Chainsaw Man Church? You gotta make church, the Chainsaw Man, the church's leader. Anything less is disrespectful to Senpai, don't you think? Yeah, Fumiko really knows exactly what to say. Because I was thinking, yeah, something along those lines. And of course, I don't think Sugo was told why that was the case. But he's just trying to plead with Denji to be like, well, this is definitely better than what you have right now. Why not just pick it? It's a good offer. You only need to pitch in a little with the jobs they give you. You can even turn down jobs you don't want to do. You can spend as much money as you want to. That was a big thing that probably made Denji hesitate. I go to the arcade and eat a steak every day, and food, of course. The money for Nayuta and food for him. A steak every day, and then they get into a food conversation until Sugo interferes. Food is not the point, you idiots, or are you little kids? Here, Denji, you should understand. I should? I spent my entire life being used like a tool by worthless bastards. Yeah, I heard it was the same for you. Yep. He feels a very strong kinship with Denji because he thinks, it's the same. And while it was probably quite similar, I do think that, every hybrid situation is unique, of course, because they're different people having grown in different circumstances. So therefore he needs to appeal to Denji with different points. But it does seem like Sugo is trying to project his own feelings into Denji, This is what I thought of you, of how you should be before I actually met you. And now that you're not what I think you are, then it's disappointing. Although that kind of comes in later in the chapter. Because, Denji agrees with Sugo, that you're right. You are making some valid points. Here. I don't want to worship you, but I'm grateful with you. I'm the Chainsaw Man Church. I'm truly free. And I think this is going to be a very big part of Sugo's character. That he thinks he's free when he actually isn't. And he's just gone from, from being imprisoned to a different kind of imprisonment. And he's just kind of unaware of it or like unwilling to see it. I realized something. My body, my brain, I ought to use them for myself. Join me in the Chainsaw Man Church. I'll protect you from public safety and the sushi woman. And well, everything that he's saying, I really like what he's saying. I don't think that, even though he believes it, I don't think this is quite the case. I don't think he's actually using them for himself. He's once again using them for someone else. And even then, even though he's trying to use them for Denji, it's also another thing like with Asa that, he's trying to do something for Denji, but he's not actually, he's not doing the best that he could in having his feelings into account. Yeah, here. You transfer just so you can pitch this to senpai. Aren't you being taken advantage from again? It's actually, yeah, that's, when a person you hate makes a valid point. Me right now. Huh? I'm not. He's the stutter. I'm a free, and then he, like, stops himself and then starts again. I'm doing this of my own free will. So I'm pretty sure he was gonna say I'm a free person, but then he kind of like he like felt himself that was not quite right. So he's saying now I'm doing this out of my own free will. Are you though? Chainsaw Man of all people being a chair, it doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, here. It's because he had such an image in his head already from, the person that he thought Chainsaw Man was going to be. The savior that, unshackled him from the evil Makima. But now seeing that it's just basically just another high schooler like him who's just trying to get by with what he has. It's not really computing inside his head. Oh, here. Chairs are like content on their own way, Maybe I can't eat a steak every day, but I do eat pop stickers and ice cream and other tasty foods. I am happy with my normal life. Plus, a normal life was my dream. There's so much I could say about the normal life theme that Fujimoto has going for Chainsaw Man, but that would take too long. And yeah, but then at first he rejects Sugo's offer. I'm not joining the Chainsaw Man Church. I'm just trying to do what it is that I can right now with what I have. And I feel like this is not just from, when Yoshida threatened Naida's life. But he's genuinely trying to see if he can actually go on with his life like most people do. But yeah, as we see at the end of the chapter, that's just not Denji. He's always trying to aim for higher ground. Let's get this one thing straight. I didn't transfer here just to recruit you. I wanted to be your friend, Denji. Because you're the one who killed Makima and freed me. So even though I do think that Sugo is projecting his own feelings and expectations towards Senji in not the most healthiest way, I do think that his feelings here are most definitely genuine. And I do feel like there's like something of like he wants Senji to value himself more and treat himself better. And that's also part of why he's kind of upset that Denji rejected him here. And then, he says the last thing. You came with me, you could sleep with all the women you want to. adding another one to the points of like money, food, and now this. That is funny though. That he could have said this at any point in the conversation, but it's only right as he's about to close the door that he says what Denji actually, what actually made Denji fold. And actually, I saw some people talking about this. You can see a little blur of movement going into the door right before it closes, meaning that's Denji. And that's how he ended up on the stairs before Sugo even got to that step. My boy was on some Quanshu speed. And like, what the hell? Did you teleport? And just Denji try to act like he's been here for minutes. Yeah, Chainsaw Man Church, sign me up. You're goddamn right. Okay, so talking about last chapter took more than I wanted, but I'm satisfied that I basically got everything that I wanted to say. Because that was such a pretty damn good chapter. It really was. So let's just get into the next one, shall we? Chapter 140. Oh, scales. Huh. Interesting. Whoa. This is just Chainsaw Man's head on a building? Of course, that's gotta be the Chainsaw Man Church headquarters. We're not being subtle. The building apparently originally belonged to some cult. I mean, this is basically a cult still. The Chainsaw Man Church absorbed the cult and took everything, building and all. Sugo, you don't see how this could be a little, like there's something fishy going on here. Also, right? We vanquished evil. No, he does not see it. Then you just give him a very tired expression. Hey, where are those all-you-can-sleep with girls? In the inside, right? Take it easy, we'll get to that. Short stuff's gonna give you the tour first. Oh my god, bro, Benny? Like, I expected everyone from the from the Devil Hunting Club in school to be here. But we hadn't seen him, so that's fun. He looks just as pathetic as we've seen him before. I'm hoping he becomes a character as well as Seigi, who I and many people thought he was going to be Chainsaw, but that's not the case. So, I'll be your guide, Nobana Higashiyama. Okay, so his name is Nobana. Finally, don't gotta keep calling him Bro Benny. But we know he is Bro Benny though. Higashiyama's his last name. Nobana. Okay. The inside looks fancy. There's quite more people than I thought. Dude, it's almost all students. Well, people of that age are very gullible. Good eye. You see? The Chainsaw Man Church is run by a body of students rather than adults. Yeah, that is true. The adults' mental faculties are diminished because of an American ultraviolet ray weapon in Japan's air. Buddy, I'm sure you don't believe that, right? That's why us students are forming the Chainsaw Man Church together. America's the freaking worst. Oh, well, I mean, that statement really works, even more if you ignore the panel before it. I love how you have just one small dingy panel just walking, and then the next one is just him being like, are you for real? It's for real. Chainsaw Man's devil powers give him supervision. That's how he discovered it. Buddy. I mean, I'm guessing this is just the script that he's given, to say to everyone that first comes here, but come on now. They're really, for real dangerous. American adults, both. Oh, I did not expect Deji to have that expression. It looks like he's opening his mouth to say something. Hey, what's that room? That's the Chainsaw Man wedding chapel. What? What? Why is this needed? What? Chainsaw Man wedding chapel? That's right. In the next room over, then you'll have sex with a girl. Oh, I will? What? Wait, what? What is this? What? You know, let me keep reading, and then I'll come back to this. Yeah, and then you'll marry her in the chapel, and after that, you'll join the Chainsaw Man Church. So these are conditions for him to join? I'm sure he would be like, okay, sign me up. But like, that's interesting. Who put the conditions? Like, obviously, my mind always goes to Fami because we know she's the one behind all this. But I just, yeah. She must know him well enough. But it's still, like, the fact that there are conditions and not, like, all these are things that you can get after you sign up officially. It's interesting. Say what? I'm not gonna marry her. What the hell are you talking about? I did not expect Denji to be so... I want to say angry? He's like angry and stressed at the prospect of marriage. Like he only wants the physical, but not the long relationship commitment. Either that or he's just, I'm too young to be married. What? No, I don't want to just marry the first girl that I have sex with. That's, Huh? Wait, what? Okay, gotta be a good guide. In the Chainsaw Man Church, we encourage student marriages. And, oh, right, that's it. Student marriages? Oh no, goodness gracious. This is, no, those poor teenagers are just wasting their youth. The current system of getting married after you become an adult was brought over from America. That's not a requirement. Chainsaw Man saw it for what it really is, a system for controlling Japanese people as slaves. There's so much that could be analyzed from this, but I'm just like, I'm not sure what Broveni is trying to say. Like, didn't he just say, that we encourage certain marriages? But then here he's saying, yeah, that's not a good thing. That's for controlling people. But only after you become an adult. That's why we're doing it as students. Marrying as students and then raising the resulting children in the Chainsaw Man Church is the most natural marriage system. Oh, buddy. I don't know, Broveni always looks like he's sweating, so I want to say he doesn't believe it, but I don't know. For real though, America's the freaking worst. I just know that's gonna become a meme. You lying sacks of crap. I wanna have sex, but I don't wanna get married. Well, I mean, he's right that those are blatant lies. But yeah, the G is right. You should not be getting married before 18. That's just not a decision that is beneficial. But also, yeah, if you don't want to get married at all, you don't have to. That's not a bad thing. Huh? Why the hell not? I never found a miracle ultra violent whatever either. Huh? For real? You didn't? And then you should have said this the moment that was said. To be fair, why did he let him keep going? Of course not. Sugo Sugo looks like his world has been flipped upside down. I mean, yeah, maybe we lie, make that embellish things a little. Okay, bruh. But it's true that the Chainsaw Man Church has saved a bunch of people. he really is grasping at straws to make the Chainsaw Man Church look good. Does that make it okay to make up crap up and force kids to get married though? Yo, then just spinning. So we're just getting even a more harder time to defend his point of view. You're a kid too, you piece of trash. You came with me without a second thought. Without a second thought? I thought this through logically and I don't know about all that, but I wouldn't say it was without a second thought, because he did reject Sugo at first, and then it wasn't until, he was offered something that he couldn't reject that he did. But he could have put more thought into it. Though, damn, Sugo really switched on him, calling him a piece of trash. I'm being logical too, man. If we save 100 people, it's no big deal if one person gets screwed in the process, right? Oh wow, choosing the majority over the minority. Denji doesn't seem to agree though. Don't fight! I can't guide you like that. You know what? Might as well keep going with the tour and then just leave after we're being told everything that Rubeni has to say. Hey, our next stop is the fun one. It's called the Chainsaw Man bathroom, and I don't know if I wanted to know what that entailed. What? That'll do, Novana. Go on back to your usual duties. Ooh, is this another hybrid? Okay, even before we see the face, from the hairstyle, I want to say... So last time, I said that I was really interested in the hybrid, the flamethrower hybrid. And then I tried to describe the appearance, and I said it was like a dude with like glasses and light-haired, short hair. Yeah, I was thinking of a different one. I think that one is the spear hybrid. But the flamethrower hybrid has long black hair, slicked back with only one strand of hair here in the forehead. So I think that's the one that's here, the flamethrower hybrid. That'll do, Novana. Go on back to your usual duties. Yes, sir. Let's keep going. Hey, I brought him like you said. Talk some sense into this idiot for me, will you? Let's see. Did you stare right at the new person? Yeah, it really does look like it's him. people haven't, because we haven't gotten names for the hybrids that were introduced in the Control Double Arc. So people have said that he looks like John Travolta from Pulp Fiction, and I agree. There is definitely a resemblance there. And let me just read this panel. Hey there, long time no see, or so I'm told. But since neither of us remember each other, put her there. I'm Badim. He's dressed like a young Kishibe. When he first started being buddies with Koanshi. Because of the outfit that he has right now. But yeah, okay. So we don't really know how the hybrid's original personalities were. We only know them as far as we've been able to tell that Makima brainwashed them. But I've seen some panels from this dude during the Control Double arc, and he seemed like he wasn't under Makima's control, at least as much as at least not as much as the other ones. So first he commented of like, everyone is like really in love with Makima here, huh? Which is like, yeah, because Makima is controlling them to act like that. But for some reason he wasn't. Then, when he's in the flamethrower form, he starts talking casually to Makima like, oh, should we make a bet or something? And then Makima just responds to him. And then when he's fighting Pochita, I think, he's like, tries to like make something funny or something. He says a funny line like, make it lit, baby, something like that. So it did seem like he was the one that had like the most quote unquote unchanged personality from all of them, but we'll see. He says he doesn't remember, so that would mean he was also brainwashed. But only time will tell, because there is a small possibility that he was actually working with Makima willingly. But yeah, Denji kind of frowns at him and doesn't give him the hand, that he just leaves him hanging. Well, he turns towards Sugo. And then Batim just gives him a kind of annoyed expression and just puts two fingers like this and just inserts them into Denji's nose and starts laughing. What did you do that for? I'll F you up, butt munch. Fine by me. If you did, Chainsaw Man might come save me. Huh. I wonder why he hasn't been fighting devils lately. It's quite the mystery. Hey, what do you think would bring Chainsaw Man back? Like, I care. What are we to do? Would he come back if a big bad devil tore up Tokyo? I definitely don't trust this guy. Almost seems like a threat. Tokyo will be fine, even without Chainsaw Man. It has devil hunters. Plus, there's Asa. Almost like he's trying to convince himself, but also what Yoshida has been trying to like drill into his mind ever since Denji decided to go along with this. Oh, you know Asa? Are you friends? Shut up. Well, I guess she's even been on TV lately. A cute dumb girl is a good catch. That's not the expression I expected. And I feel like I've said that multiple times this chapter. I thought he was gonna make like a more exaggerated like face, but no. He seems, I don't know what to make of it. I guess because he's regretting, having cut ties with her after, Naita told him, stop seeing her. But then we get 2 panels of Batim just looking at him. But since we just met this guy, it's really hard to tell what it is he could be thinking. His eyes do look pretty empty though. Does that mean killing Asa Mitaka will bring back Chainsaw Man? What? Was he testing Denji's reaction? Denji definitely reacted though. He was like, oh. But oof, I definitely do not like that grin that Bottom is doing. What are you? Picture weighing the following on a pair of scales. Oh, so that's where the chapter title comes in. Ooh, oh man, the paneling. It's very simple, but it works. It's basically Denji's face divided by two, and that's where the scales are being represented by. On the right side, place, friends, a peaceful, wonderful everyday life, family, your pet, cat, and dogs. Yeah, what Denji has been trying to fulfill, that normal life. And on the left side, just one thing, the starter that transformed you into Chainsaw Man. So obviously, Bottom knows Denji is Chainsaw Man. The starter. So that's what he was talking about. If Asa gets killed, then Denji would turn into Chainsaw Man again, right? Because then no one effective enough would be taking his place as Chainsaw Man. Which side is heavier? Ooh, I feel heavy. Oh my god, look at Denji's face the more we zoom in into it. And he just doesn't have an answer. It's just... It looks like it's mind-boggling. Nope. But he pushes him aside. Let go. I'm out of this crazy place. Okay. I really thought this was gonna be like a long going thing of like Denji either, willingly staying part of the church. Of course, that was before we found out the conditions of joining. Wait, so does that mean that these two are also married already? Or maybe, no. I was gonna say, but maybe if they're hybrids, they don't have to? But then Denji should be a specialist exception. So, that's something I had a question about. Will we be seeing you, Chainsaw Man? Oh, that's ominous, I feel. Enjoy your normal life while you can. Okay, definitely ominous. Wow. That was a lot. Oh, that was so much. It was 19 pages, but every page was super packed, I feel. Not just with dialogue, but also just the way that characters just reacted to things, specifically Denji, was really insightful. But also just even in the ones that I was like not sure what he was feeling. I wish we could get internal thoughts for him. But it's definitely intentional that Fujimoto's not letting us. Yeah, there's so much to say, but yeah, okay. So just when I thought we were gonna get like a full-on new arc on just, infiltrating the church from the inside, it just turned into a one chapter outing, basically. Like it only took Broveni, sorry, what's his name? Novana? To just mention, you gotta get married in order to join the church. For Denji to be like, yeah, this is such a bunch of bullshit. None of everything that you've been spouting is true. Like, and even if I know that it's all false, I don't want to do it. Like, there's nothing that will convince me. But yeah, there's definitely something to say about uh, what Raveni says about teenage marriage in regards to sociology and stuff. But I'm not smart enough to make a good reading of it at the moment. I'm sure someone else is doing a better job at it. So I'll probably just look for that and then say my piece next week. But yeah, Bottom is definitely just as I expected him to be, which is the untrustworthy and kind of unhinged in a gleeful manner. Whereas Stugles, actually, I expected him to still keep up more of a, he's admiring and like I did not expect his relationship with Denji to be like beams, but I still I just I definitely expected it to be like like a 2 out of 10 in regards to how much beam put Chainsaw Man in a pedestal, like somewhere in that. But no, just as easily as Hugo was like, yeah, like, why are you insulting what we've been doing? If you don't like it, you're an idiot. But yeah, Denji just has enough and it's like, I don't like just the environment here. So I'm just gonna leave. Just specifically what made him like actually walk away is once again being given binary choices. In here you have this and there you have that. Which one would you choose? And of course, once again, Denji can't, even though he made a choice before, he couldn't do it in the moment. Because both are just as important. And it's just torn that he cannot choose both. So once again, both public safety and the church have put him in the spot about, you have to choose, like almost manipulating him into a choice that would be beneficial. Well, almost technically manipulating him into a choice that's most beneficial for the party that's basically, telling him you either do this or do that. You cannot do both. But what if we did this so you would choose the other one? And Denji obviously just wants nothing to do with them now. But of course, we, the audience, and the church members know that that's not gonna be the case. There's way too much for Denji to not be involved with them again. But I have no idea how that would come about. So I wonder if Yoshida or Fumiko will ask him how this went and, just fish for information that could be useful to take them down. But there was nothing of the sort, I feel like. other than, just being a cult. So yeah, if you enjoyed my reaction to this chapter, please like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.